Mets win, baby. 4-1 over the Texas Rangers. What a huge response by the Mets today. Pitching wise, way better performance. Got what we asked from Carrasco, which was some length. He gave us that. Didn't pitch the 6 innings that I liked, but hey, he was one batter short, and the job was still done. So I'm not going to complain there at all. What a game. The bats came alive today. Way better plate discipline today that I like to see. John Gray ended up getting yanked a bit earlier from the game than you maybe would have thought given the circumstances because of the way the Mets have been hitting and everything. You thought that this game might have went different, but thankfully Carrasco responded, and thankfully they were able to get to John Gray. Way better performance. So we're going to talk about it. Before we do, though, be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. We cover the Mets here on the channel. I know I'm wearing the Rangers shirt again when I'm talking about it, but I have a podcast to record after this. But maybe spoiled something there. That's big. That's common. Just saying there. But let's talk about this game. So yeah, Mets win 4-1. And let's start off with, where do we want to even start? I mean, the first inning, again, the fact that Starling Marte with another just absolute first inning nuke. He has been on fire lately, and it has been so nice to see Starling Marte pick it up hitting wise, especially because Brandon Nimmo's kind of been struggling. So nice to see you have Marte behind him, carrying the load a bit there at the top of the lineup. Granted, I mean, Lindor and Alonso have been very great as well. But, well, I mean, not necessarily today there, but still nice to see Marte really playing some great baseball. He had a really great day, and he got the Mets offense started very early. Third inning comes around, though, and then the Rangers ended up tying it at 1. Jonaheim hit a home run on this one. I don't even remember really what the pitch. I think this was a fastball from Carrasco that he ended up leaving down the middle, and Heim just absolutely crushed it. Nothing much I could really say there other than Jonah Heim, for whatever reason, was killing the Mets all series long. So was pretty much expected, and otherwise didn't really matter because then the next inning in the fourth, the Mets responded, and Eduardo Escobar, July must be his month because he hit another absolute nuke of a home run. And that ended up giving the Mets a 4-1 lead there as Alonso got on base from a strikeout. And then McNeil with just an absolute beaut of a double to right field. Alonso scored on that one. And then Escobar, he hits the home run there, the 2-run bomb. And Escobar is back, it seems like. And then the rest, this game was pretty uneventful, which you kind of expected given the pitching matchup, right? You see John Gray and Carlos Carrasco, and they're good pitchers, don't get me wrong, but they're not guys where it's like, all right, well, this is going to be a fun pitching duel. It wasn't necessary. It was never going to be that exciting of a matchup to begin with. Very uneventful game, and the pitching for the Mets altogether looked really good. Diaz, though, was probably the worst of the pitchers, which was shocking. He was a bit shaky today. His command was a bit off, especially with that slider. It was a bit off, but then he found it. How about him on that slider there, though? Oh, my God. Him getting... Who was it on that strikeout? I think it was Mitch Garver on that strikeout. That slider was just absolutely disgusting. Out of the zone. Oh my God. Diaz has just been disgusting this year, and even in a game where he didn't have his best stuff, he still was good. Walked the first batter, so it did look like trouble. And then Heim ended up getting a hit as well, but like I said, he's been killing us. Overall, though, I mean, he found a way to get us out of it, and the Mets won this game. In terms of the rest of the pitch, let's talk about Carrasco, though. 5 2/3 of an innings pitch, allowing 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 1 long ball on the day. Very great performance from Carrasco. There was questions of how long was he going to go? Is he even healthy right now? What's going on with Carrasco? And seemed fine today because he was on point and he looked really good. There was a moment in the first inning where Marcus Semien, I thought, took him deep, but thankfully, Citi Field is a pretty deep ballpark there because that thing I thought was crushed. and stayed in the ballpark. But even then, the Mets still would have won this game, even if Semien hit that home run there. But Carrasco, 8 strikeouts, and again, 5 2/3. I'll take that. I wanted at least 5 or 6 innings minimum, and he gave you about that. He gave you about that. Your bullpen you didn't have to rely on heavily. Joely Rodriguez looked very good when he came in. 2 strikeouts for him, and he wasn't really allowing anything. Ottavino, he didn't get any strikeouts, but he looked really good. His slider, when it's on, one of the best pitches in all of baseball. He looked really good today. And then Diaz, like I said, he didn't have his best stuff, but he still got the job done. In terms of Joely, though, I mean, it's nice to see him after a bit of a questionable performance last outing, and then he didn't pitch for like a week or so. So nice to see Joely look good out there. And then Ottavino, I mean, it's hit or miss with him, as it is with most relief pitchers. But with him, I texted my friend, I'm like, this inning is going to determine the game, because if Adam Ottavino ended up having his control, if his slider was all over the place like we see it sometimes, and then he was just leaving fastballs down the dick, and that was the only way he was throwing strikes, if we saw that Ottavino, yeah, this game probably would have got out of hand. And I thought, you know, maybe this wasn't going to be over, but he got out of it, and I was like, yeah, okay, we're winning this game at that point. And even with Diaz looking shaky, I had a feeling that the Mets were still going to win this one. The bats came to play today. Brandon Nimmo, he has not looked sharp, though, I will say that. He was a lot more patient today at the plate than yesterday, which was nice to see. However, he has not been looking great. I need to see more from him, especially if you're going to be in the leadoff spot. Come on, give me a walk at least. Give me a walk at least. Starling Marte looked great. He walked today. Got, of course, that home run in the first inning. He has looked great. OPS getting close to 800 now. Batting average almost around 290 for all the old school fans that love their batting average still. He has looked really good, and I'm happy. Francisco Lindor changed his walk-up song, by the way. I don't know how to feel about that. 2 strikeouts for him, though. He didn't have the best day at the plate. Won't lie there. He crushed one of the baseballs. I think it was his second. It was his second or third at bat, I think, where he popped out to right, where you thought, okay, maybe he was going to get a double there or something, but no. But still, Lindor didn't have the best day. Pete Alonso, okay day from him. He struck out once. He was crushing the ball as always, just wasn't getting on base. And he's getting a bit cold there. Maybe the middle of the lineup's going to need a bit of a change. McNeil, his double was absolutely huge there. Nice to see that. Love to see that. Jeff McNeil getting back to hitting well, because it was a bit worrisome with the hamstring injury, and it looks like now everything is fine there. Inciarte came in for defense, so not much to talk about there. Escobar, he is looking really good. That 2-run nuke there. 2 strikeouts, and it looked like in that home run at bat he was going to strike out, so it's like, all right, how do we feel about Escobar? I'm not going to complain. He's starting to get a bit hot. He's starting to feel it a bit at the plate, and I'll take it. I'll take it. Dom Smith, how about him getting 2 hits on the day? Dom Smith, did you expect that from him? Nah, I didn't, but take it. I'll take Guillorme. He got a hit. He looked okay at the plate. Would like to see a bit more from him. He's starting to cool off a bit. And then McCann, he got a hit, but a bit of a weird hit. Kind of got lucky on that one. Garcia didn't field that ball necessarily the cleanest way. So, yeah, he ended up getting a pretty lucky double there. I'm not going to lie, it was a bit lucky. But I'll take it. And didn't really result in anything, but it is what it is. And then McCann doing what he does best and struck out twice as well. Overall, though, I mean, there's not much else to say with this game. This was a very boring game, very uneventful game for the most part. Not much to talk about, really, when it comes to that. So, honestly, I think we're just going to end things here and keep it simple. Mets won the game 4-1. Really great game. And who they play the Reds next. Hunter Green going up against, I want to say it is Taiwan Walker, maybe? I'm not necessarily sure. Let's take a look at that. I know Tuesday is, yeah, it is Taiwan Walker. And then Tuesday is Scherzer. So, new series coming up. Huge series against the Reds. A team that you got to take advantage of, especially when the Braves just lost them. So, the lead has been regained to 3 or 3.5 there in the division. Love to see that. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. Turn notifications on, and I will see you in the next one. Let's go Mets, baby.